so he might
Oh,
be.
wonderful.
Yeah. A very good evening to all the viewers. Prachi Srivastava this side, Head Corporate Relations, Sagar Group of Institutions, Sistek Bhopal. So today, as we committed you that we are coming up with different profiles and different trends as far as placements and trending skills are concerned. So I would like to welcome you all in Placement Trends 2020, Hiring Patterns and Change Technology. So today we have a very special guest today from B Pharma industry. Allow me to welcome Mr. Vicky Patra from Par Pharmaceuticals, Chennai. He's manager quality control over there, and he would like to share his views related to industry skilling and new technologies in pharmaceutical industry. So welcome you, sir. On behalf of Sagar Group of Institutions, I would like to welcome on this platform and thanks a lot for sharing such uh, space with us and guide our B Pharma and M Pharma candidates for the skilling and upskilling. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Prachi. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Very good evening, sir. Sir, we have seen nowadays, COVID, issues are there, opportunities are there. If we talk about challenges and the upcoming ventures, so they are the two sides of the same coin. So just wanted to say that, different skills, different roles, and different profiles are available in the market. As far as B Pharma and M Pharma students are concerned, so what is the role specification if we talk about quality control?
Yeah, Prachi. B Pharma and M Pharma, they need to be very happy in the current scenario because pharmaceutical industry in India is growing very much. So they have a bright future. They have a good future ahead of them. So yeah, coming back to your question, quality control basically deals with all the quality testing of the pharmaceuticals we manufacture at the site. So if you could just elaborate your question, what exactly you want to know,
I'm asking
I can answer. Yeah.
Okay, I'm asking that if we talk about, a lot many profiles are available when we talk about pharmacy
Right.
students. So they have to
Yeah.
choose and pick some profiles so that they can study in depth and they can make their career into it. So whenever we talk about quality control, they specified some roles and specification out of this particular bracket. So I would like to ask you that could you please elaborate the role because you are into this particular field for so many years. So what your experience says towards these students and the bracket of these profiles?
Yeah, there are certain profiles you can after they complete their pharmaceutical course, they can get into R&D, they can get into quality, they can get into quality assurance, they can get into quality control, technical services, and even production. So it depends on the choice they make at the start of the career. So quality control is a lab based role wherein you do the testing, analytical testing of all the pharmaceuticals you manufacture and the raw materials you manufacture. R&D is basically the research role of the before the commercialization of the product. So R&D deals with all those things. Technical service is somewhat similar, including formulation and plus analytical part of it. Production can be of the manufactured for the manufacturing of the pharmaceuticals you manufacture in the industry. So those are the basic rules. It depends on the individual's choice and individual's interest where they what they pick up and what they want to do.
All right. Sir, in the mid of the conversation, allow me to welcome Dr. Kuldeep Ganju, sir. He's principal SIPTech, and he is the mind behind all these, pharma profiles and, bracket management, trending profile these days. And we are into, upcoming trends towards providing to our pharma industry, and that too with our students that they will be having a higher edge post this COVID era. Because when we compare outside profiles in the market demand to our B Pharma students, it is very much updated. Like students will be very skilled and they opt all these profiles in one bracket and take all the insights from the expert itself. So allow us to welcome Kuldeep sir. Welcome Kuldeep sir.
Thank you so much, madam. And let me take the privilege. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, let me take the privilege to welcome sir with us. Thank you so much, sir, to spare your valuable time with us and share your views. I hope that the next half an hour or so would be very, very fruitful to all the audience. And we will be more aware about what are the proceedings in the pharmaceutical companies. So thank you so much, first of all, to be with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's
Yeah.
a pleasure.
So, sir,
Please.
Sir, please go ahead.
Sir, to please start with, I would like to address all the audience, everyone who is witnessing the show and would be the future viewers. I feel, sir, if you would agree to me, that pharmacy, it is not specific particularly to the person who is studying pharma. Because as now in this pandemic, it is more easy to discuss and demonstrate to the general mass as well, that now it becomes very important, very important for everyone who may not be the pharma scholar, who may not be directly dealing with pharmaceuticals, but it is the time when the awareness, the general awareness about pharmaceuticals shall increase. So I particularly feel that today's dialogue, particularly with you bearing the light of the dialogue, I feel that everyone who will witness, and irrespective of if you are a pharma, if you are not a pharma, I think it would be a benefit to all. Please, sir.
Yeah, sure.
So, sir, actually, in the mid conversation, we were discussing about the quality control and the same bracket which sir had experienced. So, sir has elaborated all the profiles we can, grab into a particular production, quality control, and everything. So, just after that, if we talk about the quality control and the assurance, can you differentiate between these two? Because student might get confused between the profile getters between these two terms, the quality control and the assurance.
Sure. So quality control, quality is a whole, as such, a backbone of the pharmaceutical industry. So quality control deals with all the analytical testing you perform on the raw materials, you perform on the finished dosage forms, and quality assurance is a very wide role which ensures that the quality of the material goes to the market is maintained and is consistent. So that assurance is done by quality assurance. Like they will be overseeing the quality control. They will be overseeing the production. They will be overseeing the R&D things, and as a whole, they will be assuring that the whatever they goes to the market fully assured.
All right.
That is the role of quality control and quality assurance.
Okay, one profile is towards the analytics, and the other profile assuring that the quality is, of the particular measurements. So now, sir, what we have seen, like these days, all the B Pharma students, they are up for, keeping their eye on towards the analytical tool. So just in case, for example, they are performing a B Pharma degree or, bachelor's or master degree. So is there any trending tools and techniques they can opt for? Because, for example, if we talk about AI is also involved in a particular bracket, and we can measure to different
Yes.
tools and techniques towards that. So any insight with this? Is Par Pharma is coming up?
Yeah, there are lot of analytical techniques. They can. Is it because I was in between?
Yes, sir. I said, sir, for
Sir,
example, B Pharma.
can we please say if I'm wrong, please correct me. Can we say that spending more time in laboratory
Yeah.
in
So
simple terms.
there are a
We
lot of
spending more time.
since I was losing the exact what Prachi said, but what I understood is I will elaborate on some of the techniques which can be used and which people can learn, which students can learn during their courses or during the industrial trainings. There are some analytical techniques they should learn at the very start of the career are maybe the spectroscopic techniques, UV, infrared absorption, UV absorption spectroscopy, infrared technique, then chromatography, uh,
Yeah.
liquid chromatography, gas chromatography, then paper chromatography, then ICP-MS, then titrations, KF titrations, manual titrations, pH, conductivity. These are the very basic analytical chemistry techniques which they should know at least principally how it works and how it what is the base behind it. So if they start learning this start of their career, it will help them when they go and actually see it in the industries. So these are the very and chemistry, very basic chemistry. So in the industries it is expected that they should know everything, very basic chemistry, the background, the basic principles they should know. That is the main thing which I would suggest.
Sir, when we practice laboratories, when we practice modules in our college,
I
then we,
sorry, I'm sorry, I am losing your voice, sir. I am so sorry. It's breaking.
am I audible now?
Yes, it's breaking in between. I don't know.
I'll be very slow to ask, sir. Can
Yeah.
I say that if we are practicing spectroscopic techniques as you have suggested, if we are practicing chromatographic techniques, liquid chromatographic techniques during our laboratory practices or even during our modules, so are we on the right track? Are we directing our students correct to be in the pharmaceutical companies?
Yes, that would really help if they want to go into analytical background like R&D background or analytical background like basic lab things. Suppose they choose to decide to go to production, so
Yeah.
they need to learn the solid liquid phase, spray drying, then all the types of reactors, bioreactors, those sort of things what they use in the manufacturing, the production. So if they learn that will help. But analytical wise, yes, what I said was those techniques.
All right. So, whenever we talk about, our pharma graduates, is there any specific skills any pharma industry can look up while they are recruiting?
I'm sorry, Prachi, I lost you again. Sorry, could you please
Okay.
repeat?
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, I'm asking that for any, pharma graduate when they are pursuing their pharmacy in the last year,
Okay.
and companies will come to recruit. So, as far as pharma industry is considered, any specific skill set we are looking in our, for interns or specific recruitment process?
uh, Skill sets, basic knowledge of chemistry, that would be the basic thing what you need to know. Then nowadays in Indian scenario, data integrity is one of the prime thing they need to do. So they need to build their attitude towards data integrity. They need to be very promising that no, whatever they do, they take care of the integrity of the things. And then problem solving, they should learn, because there will be so many challenges every day. So they need to develop themselves in problem solving, analytical skills, then accuracy in their work. I would say whatever they do it contemporaneously. They do it with accuracy. They do it with full integrity. That is the basic requirement in pharma as of now.
All right. All right.
Sir, when we are operating in the laboratories, our students they operate in the laboratory. Uh, we try to furnish a feel as if something near to it in an advanced version would be there in the companies. What is what does you suggest as the importance of SOPs to
Yes.
the operational practices?
Yeah. So as SOPs are the only thing which you need to follow. It should be driven. All the work should be driven by the SOPs. There is no way that you can do something without referring to the SOP. So all the work in the industry is throughout the irrespective of department. It is driven through the SOPs. So you need to follow the very clearly, in SOPs. That is the basic thing.
All right. If we can say, sir, artificial intelligence is the new tool to pharma industry. Is that true to say that?
Sorry, Prachi, can you repeat?
Yeah, I'm saying that artificial intelligence can be considered a new tool to pharma industry. Yeah, sir, are we audible?
No, Prachi. I think
Now, are we audible?
Sir,
yeah.
can I ask the same question if I am audible to you?
Yes, please, sir.
Yeah. The question is about the modern pharmaceutical company, where what is the position of the tool of artificial intelligence?
Fine.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence is very common and is everywhere now, because if you do anything, you need a support of the artificial intelligence everywhere, because initial days, when I remember, like, it was all manual work. We used to do simple calculations also manually, but now it is all software based. So everything is customized, everything is feeded before we need to start. So all those things are now very much dependent on artificial intelligence, like systems, all the instruments, they are well equipped, and we need to predefine whatever we need to do in that. So
Yeah.
artificial intelligence is very important here. So in current scenario, I would say all the instruments are very much equipped with latest softwares. They need to be predefined, and they need to be, like, very much in with the computer sciences, I would say. All
Yes.
So
Yes.
artificial intelligence, and not even instruments, even the process manufacturing.
Yeah.
Right. So, sir, if we can say, like, as the demand is going to change as for this, post-COVID era will come. So, as per this demand, the industry is going to be very challenging phase, and as far as their requirements will also go for the same pattern. So, for example, if we add up all these skill set to our B Pharma candidate, is it actually possible to recruit on a fresher basis? For example, if a candidate is learning towards all these technologies which is required by the industry, but he's practicing on the fresher level, so industry will welcome them.
Yes, of course. It depends, like, on the requirement. It depends. Yes.
Okay, so With this,
Freshers are always welcome.
yeah, so with this conversation, we can also add up how pharma industry will be looking for some engineers as well, because to making their into tools and techniques and the broader aspects of instrumentations, and you talk about the chemical engineering and everything. So the now pharma industry will be open for the fresher engineers as well. Vicky sir, am I audible now? Sir, am I audible now?
Sorry. Yeah, I am losing your voice, Prachi. I am
Okay,
Sir,
now
not sure
sir,
why. Yeah.
sir,
yeah.
can I proceed? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir, please.
Ji. Sir, during this the COVID phase, there is people are getting more aware and people are getting more in friendship with the herbal drugs. Maybe in terms of immunity boosters or otherwise. So, what do you feel, sir? What does you suggest that what could be the scope of the pharma scholars, particularly in the case of herbal drugs, if it would expand in the coming times post COVID?
Yes, sir. As I said, like pharma is growing in India like anything. So this is I think India will be, I think as of now, maybe the second in the world for the prime locations for manufacturing. It is the choice from everywhere. Like pharma industries are going like anything in India. They are going with all type of drugs we can manufacture, we can get here, and many investments happening in India as well. So yes, post COVID, it is one of the prime choices that people in India and people really have good careers in pharma. So this is what I think.
So, what do I want to say that if the opportunities in the herbal drugs, in the case of herbal pharmaceutical companies, may increase,
Herbal, I am not sure. I am not very sure
as what we carry in the
from
synthetic drugs, also
yes.
in the case of herbal, or
Uh,
we have some different procedures.
I am not sure about herbal. I am so sorry. But yes, if you say like yes, pharma is growing. Herbal, I am not sure.
Madam.
Right, sir. So, sir, I was when we were continuing this discussion towards the skill and trending hiring patterns. So, as far as the new pharma technologies are coming, so for example, a student is learning all these skill set. In number of times we have seen like pharma industry is asking for the sales bracket only. But if we talk about the production in the
Mhm.
quality control bracket, they require some or the other way kind of little experience towards this. So, what is the role of that particular experience that a particular, a fresher guy would not be able to do so? Can you highlight this particular thing?
You mean
Because
to say to get into an industry, not in
yeah, to
sales?
get to get into any industry, because as far as market is asking
All
about
right.
the pharma pre-COVID era, so they were basically talking about the sales part as for their profiles. And whenever we talk about their integrated profile, and they will come up with some quality control or research design or some production bracket, they require a little bit of experience. So if a student wants to come towards this particular production and quality control bracket, what is the phase that he or she will be getting a kind of little experience towards pharmaceutical industries?
Maybe they can see some. They can see check if there are some industrial trainings available maybe that can help them, and also trainings will help them to get to know how process works, how industry works, and what are the processes going on. So maybe they can be more aware of the current scenarios, what is going. So and sales always, what I understood with your question is, sales always is a different field. So if they want to go in the sales field, but still they need to know how the drug works. So
Right.
does that answer your question?
Yes, a bit, because
Yes, yes.
we personally, after experience of good 10 to 11 years, we personally choose a sales bracket as a career, as a choice from our particular side. But if we look at the other side of the table, talking about the student perspective, they are having a hitch towards the sale because they are fresher and not knowing the market industry in such a close manner that they will opt in a very very earlier note. So later
Yeah.
on, they will realize what is the importance of sales bracket in any industry. But even then, each and every student, when he or she may be graduate from any of these streams, they particularly choose to have into the production or the quality control. But looking after the corporate side, they always ask for a little bit experience. And to a prior
Yeah.
freshers, they won't be allowed any kind of internship to provide them, even if you are talking about the industrial training or something. So it is hard to fetch them on a fresher note, because all the industries will not comfortable to provide a backlog stream session in the very
Mhm.
layman's hands. So this is the challenge between
Yeah.
a college to face all these technology learning as far as corporates are considered. So I guess Power Pharma will
You
include
are.
all these things. Yeah.
I am not sure. I cannot answer that on past behalf. But
Yeah.
yeah, if any company offers such trainings, definitely students should use them.
Okay. The
So
students will be getting a proper training in the middle of the track once they are, about to finish their curriculum. And second, they have to work on some live projects, which is being provided by the industries so far. And then, because, scenario has changed very fast. And as far as this, we could talk about the COVID-19 era. So again, the demand of the industry will change as far as, manufacturing pattern will increase on. And pharma industry is growing these days very fast. So this demand has to match with the student skill set as well. I guess you agree
yes,
with
of
this.
course. Yeah. Yes, of course. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
The scenario is changing every day, so we need to keep ourselves upgraded. So whenever we get a chance, read, see what is going around in the industry. So even not only students, we do that on a daily basis. So yes, that is very important, that we need to keep ourselves upgraded, and what is going on we should know.
right, right.
Yeah.
So if
Sir,
I sum up, yeah, please, please.
one thing which could be of benefit to the students directly
Yes.
from the sir. Sir, what is the role or the importance that a student should carry regarding the knowledge of GMP when he is there appearing in an interview for a pharmaceutical company?
Yes, sir. GLP, as I initially said, data integrity and GLP are very much interlinked. So GLP, good laboratory practices, the way, the attitude, everything is important. When you go in the industry, it is very important. GLP is looked very very closely around the world, and especially in India. And if you see, most of the companies, they do trainings for GLP. They emphasizes on GLP very much. So initial days, whenever people come in the industry, they don't know the importance, but it is very important that we start learning about it, and we need to also be aware what is GLP, and what measures we need to take to not no cross the line when we are in the industry. So this is very important, and yes, as you rightly said, it is very important, and we need to take care whenever we are there
Yes, sir.
throughout the
And
day.
also, as a social responsibility of the institute, social responsibility of the pharmaceutical companies, I think it is the prime duty of all of us to contribute directly something to the society. And in that context, we at our institute practice a program, sir, called Know Your Medicine. It is a link available on the website where any query related to medicine could be asked, and the answer in the easiest language, in the easiest terms, would be delivered. So, how do you see such practices, sir?
So know your medicines. If you, it is very important that you know what you are taking. It is no, it is very important that companies know what they are selling. It is very important, as you rightly said. Know your medicines. It is equally important because it will be given to patients, not to somebody very healthy. So
Yeah.
to their like almost all the medicines nowadays have a guide how they need to be given, how in what circumstances they need to be given. So it is very important that whenever we take or we give, it should be read thoroughly.
And
So
also sometimes that
students,
yeah, please.
yeah, please sir, yeah.
Patient or one who is taking the medicines, he is also he wants to know that how does this medicine work, and in very simple terms, someone who is taking it for long may have a question in his mind that how does this medicine work. So I think such platforms could provide an advantageous answer to the patient or the one who is taking the medicine.
Yes, but that can be read before taking. There are lot of literature available.
Literature.
There are
Yes, yes.
literatures available, because without reading nobody will tell you, yeah, this is how it works. But
Yes.
there is literature. You need to read the literatures. And there, as I said, with the medicines, there are so many guides nowadays available. You can go through and you can learn how it works. What is the benefit out of that medicine? How it reacts, on what conditions it is given. So there are guides available, so that is helpful.
Right. So if we, sum up the entire session in few points that for my special audience of B Pharma and M Pharma, I would like to elaborate all these things and like in very short time. Like number one, any graduate does not need to worry about profiles and skills available in the name of pharmacy. It is par fetch towards what we are thinking. So, pharma industry is going very fast these days, and just need to match your present skill set towards the market demand. If we talk about any pharmaceutical industry, apart from sales profile, the quality control and production profile is also available for the freshers. They just need to be very integrated towards the market demand. Number three, they have to indulge themselves towards a proper training and industry orientation methodology so that they would love to know about the process and facts towards each and every bracket of production. Number three, we can say you are very opt for a particular syllabus of B Pharma and M Pharma. So go and choose this and appear for various skill set which is trending these days. Pharma industries also welcome the fresher engineers because yes, post COVID the electricians towards instrumentation and the chemical engineering will be enhanced. So thank you, sir, for joining us today, and thanks a lot for your insights towards pharmaceutical industries. Thank you, Kuldeep, sir, for joining us.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you indeed, and I hope when everything gets normal, then we will meet again and have some more communication, some more dialogue regarding this topic. Thank you so much for being with
Thank you,
us.
sir. Thank you, Prachi. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.